back again because my memory is a sieve. I also meant to mention, if I haven't before, because my memory is a sieve, yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but it bears repeating because I'm happy about it. Got a call back. Well, I called my endocrinologist's nurse. Finally reached her. Usually it takes a couple days to get a call back, but you remember last Friday I got my thyroid gland ultrasounded to check on how my nodules are doing. Yeah, I did mention this. I said that's why I have a husky voice. The nodules haven't changed in size or shape. They're stable. So my new endocrinologist says we'll discuss it in full on Sunday. And I'm also going to discuss medication options with him. And it's good because probably I won't need the fine needle aspiration, the biopsy, which feels terrible. I've had it done twice now. They numb the area, the skin, with some lidocaine, like a freezing gel. And they go in with a fine needle into your thyroid, both sides, and put the needle in, and they rub the needle up and down to dislodge like cells, and they extract them. And it takes a while, and it hurts. It's a weird feeling. It's not like pain, but it's a tremendous pressure, and you can't swallow, and you just feel this strange feeling of something going into your actual gland. And then it's really sore after. You get like a sore throat, and you get pain and bruising around the area. But I'm pretty happy I probably won't need that done if my nodules are fine. So that was the other thing. I'm also, this is really materialistic and stupid, but I'm also so happy with, whoops, my Coach bag. My big black leather Coach satchel with the brass hardware. And I know for a fact it's real, and I know for a fact that something like that costs about $800, if not more, when you buy it new from Coach. So I got it for $125, which even that is pretty indulgent for me, but I love it. I feel like that's going to be a lifetime purse for me, because what's more basic than a big black bag? And if you take care of the leather, they're indestructible and they last forever. And I also don't feel too guilty because I've got a couple other Coach bags, and a Dooney and Burke and some Michael Kors that I'm going to wind up consigning. Hope I can get, you know, regroup. I can't talk anymore, and I'm a freaking writer, guys. Wow. Early dementia? Don't answer that. I'll get some money back for my bags from consignment. It's 50-50. And women do go in there to buy that sort of thing. I've also got boots. I've got, I already said all this, all kinds of things. It's just a matter of going onto the porch and retrieving them and getting them, you know. So, yeah, I got all my candles going. I burn them every day. And even though I got a whole bunch of Bath & Body Works candles, a lot of them are already burned completely down. They calm and soothe me, and they scent the air. And I love the rituals of candles. But as you can see, like this one, whoops, almost burned all the way down. This one is leaves. My favorite is the gooey caramel and coconut macaroon. Smells so much like baking in here. I sometimes want to cheat and cook, you know, what I'm actually smelling, but that would not be keto responsible. So since uploading twice now, I've gotten some messages, and I'm hoping maybe it's either Kelly or Nicholas. Love you guys. Again, thanks for letting me ramble about pretty much nothing. I was going to say more about my feelings about YouTube these days and all the drama and all the piping hot tea. But it still makes me uncomfortable because I don't want to be too close to the fire if the fire winds up burning these ladies and something bad happens, because you can only abuse your body for so long. And Amberlynn Reed is pretty predictable in her delusions and her just, I don't know, immaturity, emotional immaturity. She reminds me of like a 7th grader. I don't mean that to be mean. It's just how I feel. But Chantal really shocks me because she's just gone off the rails with the anger and the bitterness and the lashing out and the self-harm. And I used to watch her back in the day, like a couple years ago. I watched her and I thought she was a pretty, vibrant, energetic, genuine person who just, you know, told great stories and did great makeup and seemed full of joie de vivre. And and would do like get ready with me's and makeup tutorials, and she'd eat food while on camera, but like normal meals and sometimes even healthy meals. So it didn't disgust me like what she's doing now with the copious amounts and the slobbering and the chewing with her mouth open and dripping food on her and the jaw popping, and just, it's just disturbing to me. Like, I mean, I guess I like a train wreck as much as the next person, but I don't really watch them. I watch the reactions. Some of the reactions are not mean-spirited, as I said before. Some of them are, because I think people like to come from a place of superiority. It makes them feel better about themselves. But others are just kind of commenting from a more psychological viewpoint. But when she does generate anger, I think it's well-deserved also. Like with Zach and Michael B. Petty and Alex and Such Is Life and the other Alex and, yeah, and this business with like the racism and color of skin and the stuff that actually brought Michael B. Petty to tears on his recent live stream. I really like Michael. I think he has a very, very intelligent psychological background to all this, and like an angle. And, people like Chantal like to have this rhetoric of, you have no business judging or critiquing me because you're fat too. I actually think fat people, or formerly fat people, have a lot to say and have kind of earned the right to their opinion, are uniquely qualified, if you will, to weigh in, no pun intended, on the experience of being fat and actually doing something about it and taking responsibility for one's health and choices. Even with mental illness, we all still have a choice at the end of the day as to what we say, what we do, how we act, and what we eat. I also was really offended about her use of the Heaven's Gate suicides to be kind of glib about it and make fun of it and talk about cheese as she's showing the legs and feet of dead bodies under sheets. Because, as you know, I was in a cult, an end times apocalyptical evangelical cult. Very dangerous, very toxic, very bizarre. I did not join it. I was, well, I wasn't born into it, but I was raised up in it from the age of 5, so I had no choice. And I was brainwashed, and I was mentally and emotionally manipulated for many, many years. And even though I escaped a long time ago, I still bear the scars of this, which is why I went into therapy. And Michael helped to really get his hands in there to my guts and extract and extricate a lot of that crap. But unfortunately, that whole experience has been truncated because he's no longer my therapist. But I know he's my friend, and we're fond of each other, and he said I can call him whenever I want or need to, especially if I'm in crisis. I have my mood swings, but I never really feel in crisis. And if I feel tempted to drink, I'm definitely going to call him, because, or call my daughter or my best friend, Steve. I'm not in AA, so I don't have a sponsor. I had some very bad experiences in AA. It's kind of cult-like to me in structure. And I've had situations in the past with sponsors who were very gossipy and untrustworthy with my deepest, darkest secrets and personal information. So, we're all human. We all have feet of clay. And people who are addicts have a lot of flaws. I prefer to call them behavioral defects, not character defects, in the lexicon of AA language. But, yeah, her misappropriating the cult deaths in like her hee-hee kind of way really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And again, I'm uniquely qualified to weigh in on it, having been a cult victim and survivor for so many years, which I know some of my newer viewers would love to have me expound upon. Again, you can go to the Discovery ID channel, archives, People Magazine Investigates, Cults, 2nd season, and the one I was in is called The Sinful Messiah. And I am going to be in a second one in 2020, put out by NBC, so it should be even better. I shouldn't say that. The people at People Magazine were gracious and just wonderful to me. It was a nerve-wracking experience, but I have no regrets about doing it. So yeah, that's it again. I'm using this now as an excuse to not get busy, but I'm going to attack some projects now. Okay, guys. Peace out, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Oh, I will be back later to read my poem. Like it or not. I know my poems aren't that popular, but I I like reciting them. I like narrating them. I think it's more of a personal touch. Okay, bye.